Hello, so today we are going to do this day 25 of Leetcode 30-day challenge, longest common subsequence. So the problem says given two strings, text1 and text2, we're going to return the length of their longest common subsequence. So a subsequence is basically a new string generated from the original string with some characters. Can be non-deleted without changing the relative order of the remaining character. So for example, here we have A is a subsequence of A, B, C, D, right? A, C, and then E. Well, A, E, C is not, right? It has to be the correct order. A common subsequence of two strings is a subsequence that is common of both strings. So it kind of gave us here the definition of a subsequence, and then what we are looking for is the common among both, right? So for A, B, C, D, E, for this one here, it's ACE, right? So ACE is common between both, so we say 3. For this one, well, all the letters, so 3. For this one, well, there is no letter in common, so we should return 0, right? So kind of, this is clearly a dynamic programming solution, so we could try to solve it first with a recursive function with memoization, and then we could iterate from there if we want. So what is the state here? We have two things. We have I, which is, we can think of it as the position in text1 we are looking at the moment. And then we have J, which is the position, which is the position in text2, right? So if we have a helper for ij, what would that depend on, right? So it would depend on, well, you could either, so if we have something like this, we have to advance one pointer, right? So either they are equal, right? And then we include that and then add that one to, so basically we could just check if si is equal to s, actually this is text1, is equal to text2j, then we could just return 1 plus helper advance both pointers, right? Now, if otherwise here we could try either advancing I or advancing J, so that would be either advancing J or advancing I, but what should we pick? So we are looking for the longest one, right? So we should take the max. So it's one of these two conditions, right? I don't think I see anything else. So this should definitely, with memoization, to make it faster, it should definitely give us something reasonable. So what if we try here to do, to define a helper function with I and J, and then, well, we will need the termination condition, right? So if, let's define these two. This is length of text1. And this is length of text2. And what we want here is to start out with 0 for both, right? We want to return that. Now, if one of them reaches n1 or J reaches n2, we should return 0, right? We are done. But what about, yeah, we should return 0 then. And then now what we can do here is do this. Return that. And that's pretty much it. Let's try to run. Yep, so Max, you definitely need separator. Okay, so looks good for that example. Let's try, so that was the first example. Let's try with this one. That also looks good. Okay, seems reasonable. Let's submit. Okay, so that gets the time limit. That's good because now we can memorize this. So to memorize it, we can just say, okay, memo, this is the map, and then we could check here for the pair, make the pair be the key. This is easy in Python, right? So we could just say memo of ij, and then we could just assign this, right? So we say equal, otherwise it's going to be equal to this, and we could just return this. Let's run it again. Take this example. Okay, let's run it with this. Okay, it looks like it's working with that one too. So let's submit. Okay, great. So that passes. We could definitely do a top-down, a bottom-up dynamic programming solution, but I think this is good enough here. Pretty easy to understand. We have two choices. If they are equal, so if they are equal, it's best to just, we have one better choice, which is just count that one as part of the common subsequence and advance both pointers. The other alternative, if that character is not equal, is to just try the two choices, right? Advancing the pointer on the first string or advancing it in the second string and picking the maximum value. So it's pretty straightforward. Yeah.